My pranams to all Atma Jyotis. Welcome all of you today for today's satsang based on parables. Parables are short stories. The stories are short, but they make you think, they make you contemplate. The stories have deeper and deeper meaning. It is for you to contemplate on the stories. As you contemplate on the stories, that meaning gets deeper and deeper within you, and the spiritual truth starts sinking. The spiritual truth goes deeper into our mind, our consciousness. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa taught in the form of beautiful parables. While spiritual truths are like tablets, parables are like injection. The injection gets into bloodstream. Okay, today I'll tell you one parable of Swamiji and disciple. One of the students called me and told, I have been listening to satsangs for many years. I have listened to satsangs for many years. In fact, I am listening to you, Prabhuji, for last 5 years. You talk very beautifully. Very lot of spiritual truths you tell. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to listen to your satsangs. By this time, I know everything in Bhagavad Gita. Practically what Krishna has said and what Krishna has not said also I know. I know everything in Vedanta, Upanishads also. All Upanishads you ask me, I know everything. You have talked on Bhagavad Gita. I remember all your classes. In fact, I go through them on YouTube again and again. You may forget what you have told, but I won't forget. I know everything. Upanishads also I know. But what to do, Prabhuji? I am not enlightened so far. If you conduct an examination in Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, I'll write very well. I get 100 marks. And I have been seeing you for teaching 5 years. You have improved a very lot. There is so much of improvement in you. So much improvement is there, Guruji. But what to do? I am like this. Many of us spend years and years in listening to satsang. We listen to a lot of things. We know a lot of things. Is satsang about knowledge? Acquiring more knowledge? Is satsang about acquiring knowledge of physics or chemistry or mathematics? More acquiring knowledge? Satsang is not about information. Satsang is about transformation. The deep inner transformation has to happen. Why it is not happening within us? Why we are not changing? It is said that satsangatve nissangatvam nissangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam. Sri Shankaracharya says that. Satsanga makes you nissanga. It helps you to drop all unwanted things. Yes, Prabhuji, that many things I have dropped already. Many unwanted things I know. What all things unwanted I know. At least I know. That I started dropping. Nisangatve, nirmohatvam. There's no attachment. But I have attachment. I am suffering from my attachment. Nirmohatvam. Nirmohatve nischalatatvam. Nischalatatvam means atmadnana, self-realization. That has not happened. Why it doesn't happen after many classes? The Guruji improves after teaching many times. He sees very different types of students and improves a lot. But why does the student doesn't improve? This is the question you have to ask. So you remember this. Satsang definitely improves Guruji. Is satsang improving me? What are the changes happening in me because of satsang? Nisangatva, nirmohatva, nischalattva, self-realization. Is it happening? So this is the question. So for this, I will tell another parable. Doctor and a patient. The patient goes to the doctor, checks up, and tells the patient, look my dear, you have diabetes. Look, you have a diabetes. So for diabetes, you have to take this tablet 2 times a day. You should not eat anything which has sugar. You should not drink a cup of coffee or tea with sugar. You should not eat white rice. So he gives some prescriptions and medicine. So after 1 year, the patient comes back. Now the diabetes has improved. Earlier blood sugar was, FBS was 120. Now it has become 150. It has increased. PPBS was 160. Now it has become 200. Diabetes has increased. It is not, it is improved means increased. It is worsened. What doctor should do? The doctor has diagnosed. He has told exactly what is your problem. Diabetes. He has given you medicine, tablets, prescribed tablets. Then he has told you what not to do. But it is you to follow. Have you followed it? If you don't follow, the disease will become worse. Guru or a Sadguru or a realized master is like a doctor. He diagnoses the problem properly. Okay. What is the problem for all of us we have? The wrong idea that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. This is the problem. This is the root problem. So there are symptoms of this problem. Emotional disturbances. Diabetes is the root problem. But diabetes has symptoms. What are the symptoms? Heart disease, kidney problems, eyesight problems. These are all because of the root problem called diabetes. Similarly, root problem, what we have is ignorance of the self, Atma Jnana. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect is the root problem. What are the symptoms? Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Moha, Lobha, all emotional disturbances. Anger, fear, jealousy, hatred, these are symptoms. So a person goes to satsang, in satsang, exactly the problem is solved. What is the problem? You are not the body, you are the body. You have to understand that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect. That's the diagnosis. Like doctor says, you have a diabetes. The guru gives a diagnosis. You have a wrong understanding of life. You are taking the world as real, world is unreal. So diagnosis is done properly. Then there is a prescription. Then there is a don't do something and take medicine. That what doctor has told you have to practice, no. The patient has to practice, no. What guru has told you have to practice in your life. Do you do the practice? If you don't do the practice, the disease will become worse. The disease called that. The disease what we have is called bhavaroga or suffering in samsara, the world. The disease gets worsened when the prescription of guru is not applied in your life. When the doctor tells the patient has to listen carefully. This is Shravana. Shravana has to be done. Then once you do Shravana, Guru tells you Shravana, he teaches you, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect. You are the Atma, the self. This is the solution. Shravana has to be done. Then Manana has to be done. Manana and Nididhyasa, it has to be brought into practice. Right? So you are Atma, you are Brahman is told clearly by Guru. Just like doctor tells a patient. Then you have to do Manana. Means you have to apply it in your life. Right? How do you apply it in your life? In your day-to-day transaction, when you apply, emotional disturbance will come. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Moha, Lova will come. Why it will come? Because already disease is there. It's not disease not today. Disease is there from when the doctor diagnosed diabetes. It's not that doctor made diabetes. The diabetes was there for you. The disease is there. So the disease, you have to get rid of the disease. When you start practicing, the disease will still appear. The diabetes will not vanish one day. What will happen? Emotional disturbance will come. Then you have to check what is the normal condition, what is the healthy condition. The diabetes patient has to understand what is the healthy condition. Healthy condition is if I eat sugar also, my body should not be disturbed. Healthy spiritual condition is when any external conditions change, I should not be disturbed. Internal disturbance should not be there. Outer conditions should not disturb me internally. Correct? Externally some situation is there, but that should not disturb me internally. So that's why, what is the sign of a healthy person? Who is a healthy person? Who is a healthy person? We know. He eats anything? He is not. He is okay. So who is a healthy person? Sri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. It's called Sthita Prajna. One who has a steady wisdom. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, shloka 57 to shloka 68. What is the healthy state of a person? It's a balanced person. The shloka is Dukeshu anudigmanaha sukeshu vigataspraha vita raga bhayakrodaha stitadi muriruchyate. When troubles come, he is not disturbed. When joyful situation comes, he is not elated. Attractions and repulsions don't affect him. Itaraga bhayakroda, fear and anger doesn't arise in him. He is called Sthita Prajna. So this is the state of a healthy, spiritually healthy condition. So how am I advancing spiritually? You should know how. By comparing yourself with the characteristic of the Sthita Prajna. That's a standard. Just like a normal person, how is he? A diabetes person should know, oh, this normal person is like this. Like that, all spiritual seekers should know what is that spiritually healthy condition, normal state of spiritual being, spiritual state. That is called Sthita Prajna. So you have to compare your life to Sthita Prajna. There is a difference will be there. Always difference will be there because your understanding is still not deep rooted. Correct? This is called manana. Now you have to do correction. How do you do correction? So diabetes patients will study various articles. What he should do. He will look into the magazines, health magazines. He will study various articles. Try to find out what food he should eat, what he should not eat. Where is he going wrong? He has to correct it. So manana means, similarly, you have to apply. You have to study spiritual texts which are helpful. That's called manana grantha. For example, Avadhuta Gita is a manana grantha. Okay. So you have to study them and bring correction in your life. If you don't understand that, again you have to go back to the doctor, the guru. The correction has to happen in your understanding. Then somewhere the understanding is not correct. Shravana and manana has to happen. So that's not sufficient. Nididhyasa has to happen. What is manana means? Manana means understanding and behavioral change. How do I act in the society? How is the society impacts me? That behavioral change is manana. With manana. Right? Still at the symptom level you are checking. But deeper correction has to happen. Deep within correction has to happen. Right? There's a deep understanding has to change. That is called nididhyasa. Your self-identity has to change inside. Your behavior may change. But there will be always a correction required in the behavior because inner understanding has not changed. Nididhyasa has not happened. Nididhyasa is meditation. You have to hold on to the truth. What is the truth? I am Atma. I am the self. I am witness. Shivoham. I am pure consciousness. This inner understanding has to go deep within you. Then only it will correct all other previous vasanas, impressions. The disease has to be cured. So the doctor gives a prescription. He gives a suggestion. He gives the knowledge. That's called Shravana. Manana is you have to practice in your life. Then you have to find out the gap. Where I am missing in my behavior, in my reactions. What is the gap? That gap is, there is a standard. Standard called Sthita Prajna Lakshana. Bhagavad Gita Shloka number 2.57 to 2.63. That gap is there. Now correct. Oh, Sthita Prajna doesn't get upset by any situation. I am getting upset. Change this story. I am getting upset. Right? So that correction has to happen. Then where is the correction? Why I am getting upset? Because I am thinking I am so and so. I am a woman. I am a married woman. So that understanding is wrong understanding. The correction has to happen. Now who has to correct it? Guru can only tell you, you are not a married woman. You don't think you are a woman. You are Atma. He can give a correction. But correction has to be done by you, no. What you tell to yourself, you have to change, no. If you keep on repeating same thing to you, the disease is not cured. The doctor has prescribed. Then you have to tell yourself, I am Atma. I am pure consciousness. Shivoham. With that, you have to sit in meditation and mind has to become silent. I am the Sakshi. So some thoughts come, woman-related thoughts, you have to drop. I am not the woman, I am Sakshi. So like that, you have to do internal correction. Unless deep correction happen within, your behavior doesn't change. So this is why people go to satsang many years, but doesn't change internally, because Shravana has happened, Manana and Nididhyasa has not happened. The doctor has prescribed, the medicine is told, but the practice is not done. Doing practice is your responsibility. Manana and Nididhyasa. Manana means bringing these teachings into day-to-day life. Nididhyasa means internal correction. Your understanding has to be corrected. Now, your understanding has to be corrected by yourself. Guru cannot help it, because what you are telling to yourself, he cannot come. He can tell to you half an hour a day. Half an hour a day he can tell you are the Atma. Next 23 and a half hour a day, you can keep telling you I am the woman, I am suffering. If you keep on telling, 23 and a half hours of a day will cancel the half an hour teaching. The 23 and a half hours of day, your inner understanding has to change. That is called Nididhyasa. You have to protect that. This is what is important. Satsangatve, Nisangatvam, Nisangatve, Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve, Nischalatatvam. So I told, first is why people go to satsang and don't get chant. Now I am telling you, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa has to happen for inner transformation. Without that, even if you attend 10,000 hours of satsanga, the life will be same. And you have to correct your life to become life of a Sthita Prajna. The correction has to happen. Guru will not come and evaluate you, whether you are Sthita Prajna or not. You have to evaluate. Nididhyasa has to do. Correction you have to apply in your life. Guru has told this is the correction I have to apply. That's your job. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa has to continuously happen until you are fully established in truth. Just because you attended satsang for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that is not spiritual journey. Spiritual journey is complete only Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa is done. Is this clear? Next.